Hydroponics. I'm your gardening coach, Jeff. We're talking propagation today. With all of our propagation stuff, we always have to start with a tray to hold some water and our cells. So we've got a single thick, we've got a quad thick. These are a lot cheaper. They're going to last you a couple runs. They're really good if you need something in a pinch. I highly recommend the quad thicks. They're much more durable. I feel like you're going to outlast about 4 or 5 of these single thick ply trays. So I highly recommend these. You can see the rigidity between the two. Inside these, both of these are 10 by 20 trays. We've got a 72 site cell. You can fill this up with seeds or cuttings, whatever your choice may be. I personally recommend using the rapid ritter plugs. We've also got some super sprouters that work really well. These are great. They come pre-moistened. They fit nice and tight inside of these little holes. You have an amazing germination rate, amazing success rate on your cloning and seedlings. Next thing, we got to keep those things warm. We got to keep it nice and humid. So we've got a humididome that we put on top of there. These are awesome because they're tall, yet they're still low profile, so you can slide them in on a shelf really easily without the domes getting hung up on anything. Again, they're tall enough to where you do have space for if you want to take cuttings. They also allow a little bit of growth for each one of your plants so that you don't have to transfer right away. They do have a little bit of time they can sit into these. We got to keep our roots warm, so we've got a heat mat. These heat mats are very inexpensive. The nice part is, just plugged into the wall, they'll keep a temperature about 10 degrees above the ambient temperature. If you want to dial that in a little bit more, you can plug them into a heating thermostat, which will actually allow you to control the temperature at the root zone a lot more accurately. For my home guys, these are really easy. You can throw these in a windowsill and the sun will create enough light and humidity so you can actually keep these going, especially if you've got battling the cold with one of these temperature mats. So it's super easy, super effective. If you don't have a window that's accessible to the sunlight, you are more than welcome to use T5s, very light fluorescence. You can do a 1 tube or even a 2 tube system, and that's more than enough to germinate all of your seeds. It's more than enough to get all of your clones rooted and ready to go outside. Spring's coming up, so come on in, make sure you get your propagation systems. Hopefully we see you guys at the spring party on April 27th. I'm really excited about that. We're going to have all kinds of distributors and dealers down here talking about their products that they have to offer, from nutrient companies to even some of these companies that offer the propagation systems. So come check that out. That's April 27th. Gardening. Alright guys, stay tuned for next week. We're going to be covering our mycorrhizas. So after we get all these things sprouted from our propagation units, we got to put them in the ground. We need to get those root zones going. So mycorrhiza inoculate is the topic of next week. Stay tuned.